Imagine a world where the digital hum simply stops. No more endless scrolling, no instant messages, no global news feeds. One day, the internet in its entirety just ceases to exist. This isn't a temporary outage or a localized blackout, it's a permanent, irreversible silence. This thought experiment, while purely hypothetical, forces us to confront our profound reliance on a technology we often take for granted. What would truly happen if the vast, interconnected web of information and communication vanished forever? The implications would be staggering, reshaping every facet of human existence. The first moments would be marked by confusion and frustration. Our smartphones would become inert bricks, our computers useless boxes. Communication would instantly revert to pre-digital methods, overwhelming traditional phone lines and postal services. The global conversation would abruptly end. Financial markets would plunge into chaos. Stock exchanges, entirely dependent on high-speed data, would halt. Banks, unable to process transactions or verify accounts, would effectively cease operations. ATMs would run dry, and digital payments would become a relic of the past. Supply chains, meticulously optimized by real-time data, would seize up. Logistics companies would lose track of shipments, and just-in-time delivery models would collapse. Supermarket shelves would quickly empty as the flow of goods grinds to a halt. Essential services, from power grids to transportation networks, would struggle without their digital nervous systems. The global economy, built on the bedrock of digital transactions and information flow, would suffer an unprecedented collapse. International trade would become virtually impossible without electronic communication and financial transfers. Businesses reliant on e-commerce or cloud services would vanish overnight. We would witness a rapid return to localized economies. Bartering and cash transactions would become dominant once more. The value of physical assets and tangible skills would skyrocket, while digital wealth would evaporate. This economic reset would be brutal, leading to widespread unemployment and poverty on a scale never before seen. Rebuilding would be a monumental task, focusing on localized production and distribution. Communities would need to become self-sufficient, rediscovering forgotten crafts and agricultural practices. The very definition of economic prosperity would shift dramatically. The information vacuum would be profound. News would travel slowly, often distorted by rumor and speculation. Governments would struggle to maintain order and disseminate critical information without digital channels. The potential for social unrest and widespread panic would be immense. Education would revert to traditional methods, with libraries and physical books becoming invaluable resources once more. Online learning platforms, a cornerstone for millions, would simply cease to exist. Research and scientific collaboration would be severely hampered without instant access to global data and peer networks. Daily life would transform. Workplaces would become entirely analog, relying on paper records and face-to-face interactions. Entertainment would shift from streaming services and online gaming to local gatherings, live performances, and traditional pastimes. Our social circles would shrink, emphasizing physical proximity and direct human connection. The psychological impact of such a disconnection would be immense. Many would experience a profound sense of loss, akin to grieving a loved one. The constant stimulation and instant gratification of the digital age would be replaced by a slower, more deliberate pace of life. Mental health challenges related to isolation and uncertainty would likely surge. Yet, humanity's resilience and ingenuity would also shine through. Communities would band together, rediscovering the strength of local networks and mutual aid. New forms of communication, perhaps based on revived radio technologies or localized mesh networks, might emerge over time. The focus would shift from global connectivity to robust, resilient local systems. This hypothetical scenario underscores just how deeply the internet has woven itself into the fabric of our modern world. It is not merely a tool, but an infrastructure, a nervous system that connects billions. Its permanent absence would force us to redefine progress, community, and what it means to be human in an irrevocably altered world.